Hello everyone, I'm Joel, your host for Talking Trends. We look forward to exploring real estate trends as well as other luxury lifestyle trends with you in 2022. Today we're going to talk fitness. Our special guest is Liz Lowe, founder and co-owner of Scorch Fitness. Welcome, Liz.
Thank you, Joel. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. So kind of before we dive into any specific questions, just can you tell us a bit about yourself, your athletic history, your work with IMG, your kind of what started you in Scorch?
Yeah, of course. So it kind of goes way back. Thankfully, I was lucky enough to get into athletics, like at the age of 13. So my dad actually taught me how to powerlift, and I ended up running track in college, Division I. From that, I got my degree in athletic training and became a certified strength and conditioning specialist. So I always knew that I was going to do something in fitness. If you had told me I was going to own a gym or try to open more gyms, or I would have thought you were crazy. I'm like, no, I'm going to go to medical school. But that didn't end up happening. So when I left college, I had actually thought about going to med school. I came down to Florida as a year off before that. And I ended up getting in contact with some people over at IMG Academies and ended up working there as a strength coach, or a strength and conditioning specialist. They were working on a new project. They wanted to open their own gyms, basically, with the athletic performance training that we do at actual IMG. They wanted to incorporate that for the everyday person or for general population. So my job was to actually create this program and create this programming. So what I did is I created programs. I had coaches teach the programs, and we created our own gym. We also had certifications that we did. We had personal trainers from around the world come in, and we actually did certifications with them to teach them. I call it progressive programming, because I came up with it, but it's the idea that you can teach people to progress from any point. So you don't have to be an athlete to start. You can be someone who is just starting on their fitness journey, but eventually be able to move like an athlete and feel like an athlete. And so, I mean, hopefully not in pain like a retired athlete, but
Exactly.
you never know. So.
Exactly.
Once I worked with IMG, they taught me so many amazing things. They got me so many amazing connections. I was able to start contributing and writing for Men's Fitness, Muscle and Fitness, Men's Journal. And I really got a taste of what the fitness industry was like. Then fast forward, I end up going off on my own and changing the concept up, but the idea is that at Scorch we create exercise programs for the everyday person based off of their goals, ability levels, and then previous injury history. So really making it a group and you're in a group and you're super motivated because everyone else is motivated, but at the same time you're getting one-on-one attention. And I think that's super important, is that you have a program that is completely tailored towards you as the individual. So that's kind of the brief background.
Yeah, I mean, amazing background, right? I mean, just kind of all faceted, I think. And it's even one of the reasons kind of Scorch kind of was a connection for me. I tried CrossFit and just doing a gym routine, but it's really hard to make it personal and kind of, address what somebody needs individually. And that's kind of what I felt when I went to Scorch.
Yeah,
so.
it's funny, actually. I don't know that many people know about this, but so when I first got, when I was working for IMG and I first got interviewed by Men's Fitness magazine, they had sent someone down actually from New York City, and they were doing a story on IMG, and they sent him over to meet me and do this story. Anyways, they end up putting in the article in the magazine that I said CrossFit was random, and they quoted me on it, and they put a couple other things in there. Anyways, long story short, CrossFit came after me. And it ended up being great publicity.
Right.
But yeah, CrossFit attacked me like 6 years ago. So I thought that was kind of funny. So yeah, so you're saying every training program is so different. So we just try to make ours just a little more focused for the individual.
Tailored, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, it's kind of one of those funny things. I had jumped into working out at Scorch, and along comes COVID, of course.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I think, it kind of, it's a little bit of kudos to you for your commitment, because we're in the shutdown, right? Nothing going on, no fitness whatsoever.
Yep.
And Liz, go ahead, starts a Facebook and YouTube workout every morning.
Every morning. And
at 9 a.m.
I look back on that and I literally think to myself, like, why did I commit to getting up every day to do that? But
Exactly.
we did.
And it was fun, too, to watch you sweat.
Yeah.
Instead of just instructing us, you were actually sweating.
I was dying.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Like, you guys would watch me, like, just lay flat on the ground at the end of it and not move.
And I've probably never sent you the pictures, but we have some really good pictures of us doing the Scorch workout on our patio.
Yeah.
So I'll send those over to you at
Yes,
some point.
please.
So
You and the fam.
exactly. So let's talk fitness trends. What's going on? So it's the new year, right?
Yep.
Everybody has their goals for the new year.
Yeah.
Why is it different this year than every other year?
It's so different this year. And I think it's different this year because of the previous 2 years. So I think people are realizing that now, like we've always said, like, oh, I need to take care of myself and I need to do these things for myself. But for the first time in my lifetime, we were isolated. And we really were truly like, we really had to like look deep and be like, I have to focus on myself now and focus on my immediate family and that kind of stuff. So I think people are realizing now that they're able to step away and take that quiet time and like say, okay, these are the goals I'm going to set for myself. They also realize because of COVID that health is a super important thing that they need to focus on.
Right.
Just because our immune system's being strong is going to be the make or break to getting some of these viruses and these diseases that are happening that like we never thought would happen.
Right, exactly.
So obviously there's a health aspect to it. And then there's that whole like, okay, I found myself over the last 2 years and I'm going to continue to work on myself. I also think that people are realizing that there's a performance aspect in all other areas of their life. So when it comes to business, when it comes to family, when it comes to decision making, any of those types of things. So the first step is to focus on performance of your physical body, and then that will lead into performance in all those other areas. So I think that's why this year is a little bit different. People, again, are focusing on that performance versus just that old aesthetic, like, I want six-pack abs. You're stuck in your house with six-pack abs. What's that going to mean?
And I think it's true. I mean, I think it plays out for everybody, right? It's not only just about the fitness aspect, it's the mental aspect, it's the release, all those things. So it kind of, I know when I don't work out for a couple of days, it really impacts how I feel, my stress level, everything. So I think it's, definitely one of those factors. And some people ask sometimes why I'm a realtor, obviously, and do real estate, why do I want to talk about fitness?
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating. Even yesterday, I had a conference call with a client who's coming in tomorrow, and top 5 things on their list of understanding is what is the fitness/gym routine here in Sarasota.
And you said go to Scorch.
Yeah, well, I give them a few options, but I think it's interesting, right? And it's not where's the cheapest gym to go. It is about a boutique concept. It's about personal attention. It's about that, where am I going to get the best experience? So I think that, kind of plays into what we're talking about. And that's my field, particularly in the luxury realm. I see more and more of it.
Yeah, I think that the consumer wants to be educated now. They want to know why they're doing something. They don't want a generic workout that may or may not work for them. They don't want the risk of getting injured because, again, they're trying to perform in all these other areas of their lives. And it's funny because you think about it like it's in Sarasota is very luxurious. It's a beautiful place. We have like the most beautiful places to go, to see, to eat, all this stuff. And when it comes to fitness, people are looking for something similar. They want to walk into a gym and they want to feel taken care of. They want the amenities. I do. I want to walk into a gym and feel clean, in all honesty. And I want to when I leave, I don't want to be like covered in dirt and grime and whatever. Some people like that, and to each their own. But I think that people are looking for that higher quality workout. They're looking for the higher quality dining experience, the higher quality living experience. And we're really lucky that we're able to bring that to Sarasota. But again, I think the consumer is looking for something that tells them the why. Like, why am I here? Why am I investing in this right now?
Exactly. And again, it's part of life, right? It's kind of that luxury buyer, that luxury resident is here and they want to live that lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
And it's a fun lifestyle.
Exactly. It's all good. That's what we have here in Sarasota, right? So
yeah, it is.
So everybody I have on the show, I ask, what's hot and what's not. So what's hot in fitness, what's not in fitness?
So I'd say what's hot in fitness is going to be, like you said, the boutique fitness. So it's either boutique fitness or it's being able to work out from home with the correct, whether it's an app, whether it's a device, whether it's something for convenience. That's kind of what's in. What's not in, what's not hot, which used to be hot, is your big box gym. So you're looking at your $10, $20, $30 a month membership. You go in, you just do your own workout, you leave. there's not, again, that used to be huge. You just see a massive decline on it. People are looking for motivation now. People are looking for a space where there's less people.
Right.
Obviously, the pandemic did that to us. It made it so that you don't want to be in larger groups of people. You're uncomfortable in larger groups of people. So you're really going to focus on either staying home or finding a boutique gym that gives you the program that you need.
Yep.
So I'd say that the at-home and boutique fitness are the two big things that are trending right now.
Interesting. So obviously it plays a bit into my next question is, you know, how has Scorch had to adapt to that kind of online at-home concept? Because obviously it gained momentum during COVID.
Yes.
Drastically.
So as someone who doesn't really like social media, it's very funny because COVID made me have to just put everything into social media because that was the only way to connect with people.
Sure.
So here we are, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we've been trying to do the TikTok thing, all that kind of stuff. So I think that with what we had to do with Scorch is it started as me just showing up live on workouts and then making sure they were posted later for people to do them. But it actually morphed into our own app that we have. So because we don't know if this is going to happen again. We pray that it doesn't happen again, but maybe we will have to close again and we will have to close our doors and not be able to have people in our brick and mortar facility. So how do we get our product and our program to people who definitely need it during that time too? Like during the pandemic, like I know that you and your boys and your wife, you guys worked out as a family. And it was something
awesome.
that, like Tim, that was so cool to me. Like, and seeing you and so many other people being able to connect and use fitness as a way to like spend time together. Like, okay, we're going to get up every morning and we're going to work out and then eat breakfast together. So I think that, so that was a big thing with the app that we've created. It's called Scorch on Demand, and it's tons of different training programs. So training programs that people can do with no weights, they can use them with some weights at home, they can use them in a big box gym if they want to. If they have a setup like we do at Scorch, they can use our sports performance programs. So we tried to tailor our app for every type of person that is looking to work out, no matter like what ability they're at. So, but again, COVID and the shutdown and all that kind of stuff led us to doing this. I don't think that we ever would have if that hadn't happened, because I would have just run away screaming when someone said I had to
watch a video and work out.
Exactly. So I'm still traumatized from working out every day for the entire shutdown, but we're good.
No, it's fun, and it's just, you know, kind of personal experience. I mean, you know, we had that family, and again, I think it kind of pushed me more towards I'm okay with some online workout concepts, and I've done Peloton and some of those, which are also, you know, interesting and easy because they're convenient, right? But I think, you know, knock-on effect from that, you know, my son who was at University of Florida was doing the workouts with us every day. I mean, you saw on social media, he went back to Gainesville and he had a whole group of people doing the workouts every morning in Gainesville.
Loved it. I know, it was great. It was great.
So there's a couple girls involved, but, you know, that's natural. So I probably don't have any other question. Well, I actually do have one more question, the most important question. So when are you going to open Scorch in downtown Sarasota?
That's a great question. I think we know the people we have to call after this.
Exactly. And we have to work on that.
We have to work on that. Yeah, no, I think that downtown Sarasota, especially when we're talking luxury living and luxury brands, like it's a great compliment. So I mean, you will see more Scorch locations. Hopefully one we'll name it like Joel Scorch. So
I like it.
When he comes in.
I like it.
But yeah, so, and it's funny because as we look for places to open these gyms, we are looking in areas in Florida specifically that are more of the luxury standard, just because one, it's fun. We enjoy it, but two, it brings the right type of client in, the client who cares about their health. They're ready to invest in themselves, and that's the biggest thing, I think. And it's funny because here in Sarasota, I see that a lot. Like, yeah, we can say like we buy expensive meals or we have an expensive home or whatever, but it's everything that you're doing here is investing in yourself, and I think that's so important. So it's just like, yes, we can say luxury, but we want luxury for us.
Right.
So
personal luxury.
And
I think, I mean, it is interesting because, you know, living downtown, there is a bit of a void. Honestly, I make the trip to Scorch.
You drive forever. I know. I'm like, I was thinking
but
about
I'm
that
like,
the
it's
other
usually
day.
only when I'm in that vicinity. So I think there is actually a void. I mean, nobody's stepped into that space as far as I know in downtown Sarasota. It'd be interesting to see. So, well, hopefully. Exactly. So anything else? Any other thoughts on fitness and what's going on out there?
again, I'm just going to reiterate this because I think this is like my MO. But when it comes to the everyday person truly wanting to understand why they're doing a training program, why they're doing an exercise, why they are getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and doing this. And I think that's so huge now. Just people are looking for education and they're looking to know. So just like how you're educating the buyer right now or the seller on like what's going on in the market, it's the same thing in fitness. So we're trying to push that ask why. So.
And it kind of actually, I just remember from discussions when I started in Scorch, et cetera. I mean, you always ask the question, what's your goal? And, people would say, I want to have a six-pack or something like that. And you're kind of like, well, that's not really a goal. There's a reason why you want that, and kind of drilling down farther. And I think that's what we're talking about.
Finding your why. That's what I call it. So it's always, it's saying like, okay, cool, you want to lose 5 pounds, you want to lose 10 pounds, but why? Like, what is it? What's the intrinsic motivation that's actually going to get you there? And so, but I think that's with all probably the people that you work with too, and buying and selling houses. It's why do they want to work so hard in their businesses? Why do they want to live on the beach in Sarasota? Finding your why, because then you can accomplish your goals so much faster.
Absolutely.
So.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Liz. It was great having you on the show.
Thank you.
This is Joel Schemmel with Talking Trends. See you next time.